and rests beside the granules now. Drop through a hasty laugh when berries fill the brown crock. I have no coat that lacks this very shade of stone, and winter leaves me sitting with my ticking clock. The calendar still hangs upon the kitchen nail, though March has torn the edges of December's page. I watch the sparrow balance on the rusted wire and wonder at the quiet of approaching age. Frost turns the window pane to silver lace. The tea grows tepid in my favorite cup. A passing shadow crosses through the yard. I fold my reading glasses and look up. These floors remember steps I took at 22, before the chimney smoke turned heavy in the air. The seasons turn without asking my permission first, and leave a single button waiting in the wear. I pick it up and slip it in my flannel seam, and wait for afternoon to bring the softening rain. Bottles clinking on the curb, wake up the sleeping sycamore. Remember when we used to climb to steal green plums from next door. The corner baker sweeps his step while silver fog rolls down the lane. My old friend, tell me if you still keep pressed wild daisies in the rain. Chimneys breathe out thin gray smoke across the tile. We share a woolen blanket just for a little while. Old clock ticks loud against the kitchen wall before the yellow leaves begin to fall. That rusty gate still squeaks its tune whenever children run too fast. The world outside is spinning new, while we look backward at the past. Seasons turn like pages in a worn-out book. We find our answers with a quiet look. No need to search for youth along the street when memories are waiting where we meet. Step slowly down the path before the sun goes down. The oldest trees still stand to watch us leave this town. Pour out 2 cups of tea and let the evening stay takes the dark away. The smell of damp pine and burnt sugar blows down the lane. Old Arthur is sweeping the leaves from his window pane. He looks at the hills where the maples are turning to rust and wipes off his glasses covered in September dust. A yellow cab slows down to look at the empty school where children used to run barefoot and break every rule. The driver is humming a tune from a radio show about a small town where the river runs terribly slow. Old Clara walks out with a bucket of feed for the hens. She watches the valley change color around the old bends. The frost on the pump handle tells her the winter is near, while geese form a wedge in the fading light of the year. For 70 seasons they planted the corn in this dirt and patched up the fences with wire and an old flannel shirt. Now shadows grow long as the daylight begins to retreat, and hickory smoke fills the chill in the quiet street. The lantern is lit on the porch of the corner estate, while Arthur puts up all the storm windows before it gets late. A sudden memory broke the empty room of copper kettles shining through the gloom. The kitchen clock was ticking loud and slow, while autumn laid her carpet on the stove. A pair of boots stood waiting by the door, where dust motes danced upon the cedar floor. The valley below was turning deeper gray as fading sunlight closed another day. Red maples shed their leaves across the stone. A chill wind whispers remembers that we are alone. The meadow grass bends low to greet the frost. We measure time by everything we lost. A single chimney traces lines of blue against a sky of slate and lavender hue. The lantern swings and catches on a nail beside the porch and rusted milking pail. These shifting seasons never ask for grace. They simply leave a cold and empty space. Yet every branch remembers how to bear the heavy burden of the freezing air. The dark descends upon the timber sill, and autumn sleeps beneath the quiet hill. Why does wool itch in July when the garden is dry? I sat on the porch while the water hose dripped onto the gravel where beetles would hide. Nobody told me the summer was long. I just found an old button inside of my shoe. Green apples drop before they sweeten on the branch. A rusty bicycle is leaning on the fence. The neighbor painted all his window frames a pale blue, and 40 years of laundry dried upon the line. Leaves turn upside down before the sudden rain. I watched a caterpillar measure out the board. My father used to whistle when the tea was hot. Now the kettle sits downstairs and gathers dust. Green apples drop before they sweeten on the branch. A rusty bicycle is leaning on the fence. The neighbor painted all his window frames a pale blue, and 40 years of laundry dried upon the line. Seasons turn without a knock upon the door. They leave their muddy boots right on the kitchen floor. I let the screen door slam against the quiet wall, because the afternoon has nowhere left to call. stamp from the other side. Seasons turn like a rusty old gate. Nobody asks if you learned how to wait. Autumn leaves pile up against the glass. Time moves slow when you watch the minutes pass. Little boy running down the gravel lane never knew the cost of falling rain. I found that old coat with the buttons of bone in the cedar chest under the eaves. You were so certain you had to walk home through a storm of October leaves. Winters bite with a tooth made of ice. Nobody warns you to think twice. Autumn leaves pile up against the glass. Time moves slow when you watch the minutes pass. Little boy running down the gravel lane never knew the cost of falling rain. Put down the ledger, the worrying mind. Leave all the phantom regrets far behind. The porch light is blinking, the evening is cool. We finally learned what they taught in the school. The chair holds the shape of the years that we knew, and I am forgiven, and so are you. The color of the light is turning amber on the brick. You dropped a heavy woolen scarf, I handed it back quick. We never met before this chilly afternoon in fall, and now we're watching falling leaves against the garden wall. You said the maples always shed too early in this town. I told you winter brings a quiet kind of silver gown. We both remember how the frost used to bite the pane before children packed their bags and caught the evening train. You're holding half a bag of roasted chestnuts in your palm. The trolley tracks are gleaming through the valley calm. I used to walk this very path with copper in my shoe, and wonder if the autumn winds would carry something new. You said the maples always shed too early in this town. I told you winter brings a quiet kind of silver gown. We both remember how the frost used to bite the pane before our children packed their bags and caught the evening train. Time has a heavy way of slowing down our pace, two strangers finding warmth inside a familiar place. The amber light is fading fast behind the cedar trees. I hope we share this wooden bench again if autumn freezes. You told me the plums were turning purple on the vine before the evening paper hit the iron screen. I noticed how the stray cat finally found the shade, and how the rust is eating through the garden gate. Small things add up when the year begins to turn. A dry leaf scratching on the kitchen floor. Sparrow feathers gather near the water spout. Old man Miller cleared his winter turnips out. Shadows stretch across the laundry on the line. Nothing gold can stay past supper time. I watched the bakery truck deliver loaves at 3. The driver waved his hand and left without a word. A chestnut dropped and cracked upon the asphalt street, and children ran to catch the number 12 tram car. Seasons change without a bell to ring the hour, just a shift of wind and smoke from chimney towers. Sparrow feathers gather near the water spout. Old man Miller cleared his winter turnips out. Shadows stretch across the laundry on the line. Nothing gold can stay past supper time. You were right about the plums upon the southern wall. We have only weeks before the heavy snows will fall. I will bolt the back door tight and save a piece of bread, listening to everything the quiet evening said. rain. I touched the hem and 50 years rolled backward down the lane. My fingers found the frayed blue threads where wind used to blow free. And suddenly the autumn air brought back your voice to me. Leaves fell like copper coins upon the gravel drive, and every step on crunchy paths made everything alive. We walked along the ridge until the valley turned to gray. Your leather boots were muddy from the shortcut by the bay. We shared a single mitten while the frost began to bite. Before the world grew quiet in the middle of the night. The weather vane upon the barn kept turning to the south. I laughed so hard the frozen air turned white against my mouth. You handed me a thermos filled with tea that tasted strong. We sat upon a fallen birch and hummed a country song. We walked along the ridge until the valley turned to gray. Your leather boots were muddy from the shortcut by the bay. We shared a single mitten while the frost began to bite. Before the world grew quiet in the middle of the night. Seasons change and cupboards clear, the calendar grows thin, yet heavy wool on chilly days brings all those summers in. I fold the collar neatly and I put the coat away until the wind blows cold enough to bring back yesterday. Sitting on the porch when the autumn begins to fall, drinking tea from porcelain cups that we haven't even bought yet, watching maple leaves turn gold like a warm and familiar regret. Some distant Tuesday we will count the passing cars blanket stitched with silver stars. I will hold your fragile hand and kiss your silver hair, knowing every single season brought us right here. 30 summers down the road we will laugh at our younger pace, tracing lines of gentle time carved upon each other's face. In the garden by the gate where the roses used to climb, we will watch the butterflies dancing slowly out of time. Some distant Tuesday we will count the passing cars blanket stitched with silver stars. I will hold your fragile hand and kiss your silver hair, knowing every single season brought us right here. All the years we haven't seen yet wait like letters in a drawer. fires. Sits by the tin tea caddy, gathered back when the orchard ground was frozen solid. I turned it twice in my palm while the kettle whistled, thinking about how the trees don't rush their growing. Time slips through fingers like dry clover seed, leaving a quiet room and dust in the beam. Frost paints the window pane with fern and feather, while winter brings the old folks close together. I pour another cup of chicory blend and wonder where the autumn took my friend. A heavy coat hangs on the peg by the doorway, stitched by a hand that stopped its sewing in May. I touch the sleeve and feel the chill in the lining, remembering bonfires and the silver clouds shining. Seasons turn slowly when the house is this still, just shadows moving down the wooden hill. Frost paints the window pane with fern and feather, while winter brings the old folks close together. I pour another cup of chicory blend and wonder where the autumn took my friend. The cedar log burns down to glowing ember. There is so much of yesterday to remember. Before the grass turns green beneath the steeple, I will walk out to greet the village people. The kettle settles on the iron stove at last, and I sit quietly inside the quiet past. A distant snowplow scrapes the avenue. We sat right here in 1982. The coffee in your cup has gone quite cold. We never planned on getting quite this old. The chimney smoke is climbing straight and gray, just like it did that bitter winter day. You always wore that faded woolen scarf, and I would always listen for your laugh. drifts across the window pane today, while all the neighborhood has gone away. We watch the sparrows fighting for a crumb before the freezing evening chill has come. The years have slipped away like falling snow. There is nowhere else that we need to go. Remember when the river turned to ice, and skating on it felt like paradise. My knees are aching just to hear that sound of iron blades upon the frozen ground. So pass me that old blanket from the chair, and let us watch the winter settle there. The fire in the hearth is burning low. Together in the fading amber glow. The smell of wood smoke drifts across the lawn before the baker turns his oven on. An older neighbor sweeps his concrete stair in flannel sleeves against the autumn air. He pauses twice to watch the maple leaves detach themselves from amber tinted eaves. A copper kettle whistles on his stove inside the smallest cottage in the grove. He buttons up his heavy winter coat with woolen wool wound tight around his throat. The sparrow flocks begin their southward flight, while chimney smoke ascends in columns white. The postman leaves a parcel by the gate and waves his hand because the morning's late. A stray black cat steps softly on the wall to test the quiet Christmas of the fall. Decades have passed upon this quiet lane, through summer drought and freezing winter rain. He knows the exact day the frost will bite, without consulting letters in the light. The copper whistle slowly fades away as twilight borrows colors from the day. He shuts the wooden door against the chill and leaves the evening resting on the hill. through a hasty laugh when berries fill the brown crock. I have no coat that lacks this very shade of stone, and winter leaves me sitting with my ticking clock. The calendar still hangs upon the kitchen nail, though March has torn the edges of December's page. I watch the sparrow balance on the rusted wire and wonder at the quiet of approaching age. Frost turns the window pane to silver lace. The tea grows tepid in my favorite cup. A passing shadow crosses through the yard. I fold my reading glasses and look up. These floors remember steps I took at 22, before the chimney smoke turned heavy in the air. The seasons turn without asking my permission first, and leave a single button waiting in the wear. I pick it up and slip it in my flannel seam, and wait for afternoon to bring the softening rain. Bottles clinking on the curb, wake up the sleeping sycamore. Remember when we used to climb to steal green plums from next door. The corner baker sweeps his step while silver fog rolls down the lane. My old friend, tell me if you still keep pressed wild daisies in the rain. Chimneys breathe out thin gray smoke across the tile. We share a woolen blanket just for a little while. Old clock ticks loud against the kitchen wall before the yellow leaves begin to fall. That rusty gate still squeaks its tune whenever children run too fast. The world outside is spinning new, while we look backward at the past. Seasons turn like pages in a worn-out book. We find our answers with a quiet look. No need to search for youth along the street when memories are waiting where we meet. Step slowly down the path before the sun goes down. The oldest trees still stand to watch us leave this town. Pour out 2 cups of tea and let the evening stay until tomorrow. takes the dark away. The smell of damp pine and burnt sugar blows down the lane. Old Arthur is sweeping the leaves from his window pane. He looks at the hills where the maples are turning to rust and wipes off his glasses covered in September dust. A yellow cab slows down to look at the empty school where children used to run barefoot and break every rule. The driver is humming a tune from a radio show about a small town where the river runs terribly slow. Old Clara walks out with a bucket of feed for the hens. She watches the valley change color around the old bends. The frost on the pump handle tells her the winter is near, while geese form a wedge in the fading light of the year. For 70 seasons they planted the corn in this dirt and patched up the fences with wire and an old flannel shirt. Now shadows grow long as the daylight begins to retreat, and hickory smoke fills the chill in the quiet street. The lantern is lit on the porch of the corner estate, while Arthur puts up all the storm windows before it gets late. A sudden memory broke the empty room of copper kettles shining through the gloom. The kitchen clock was ticking loud and slow, while autumn laid her carpet on the stove. A pair of boots stood waiting by the door, where dust motes danced upon the cedar floor. The valley below was turning deeper gray as fading sunlight closed another day. Red maples shed their leaves across the stone. A chill wind was whispers that we are alone. The meadow grass bends low to greet the frost. We measure time by everything we lost. A single chimney traces lines of blue against a sky of slate and lavender hue. The lantern swings and catches on a nail beside the porch and rusted milking pail. These shifting seasons never ask for grace. They simply leave a cold and empty space. Yet every branch remembers how to bear the heavy burden of the freezing air. The dark descends upon the timber sill, and autumn sleeps beneath the quiet hill. Why does wool itch in July when the garden is dry? I sat on the porch while the water hose dripped onto the gravel where beetles would hide. Nobody told me the summer was long. I just found an old button inside of my shoe. Green apples drop before they sweeten on the branch. A rusty bicycle is leaning on the fence. The neighbor painted all his window frames a pale blue, and 40 years of laundry dried upon the line. Leaves turn upside down before the sudden rain. I watched a caterpillar measure out the board. My father used to whistle when the tea was hot. Now the kettle sits downstairs and gathers dust. Green apples drop before they sweeten on the branch. A rusty bicycle is leaning on the fence. The neighbor painted all his window frames a pale blue, and 40 years of laundry dried upon the line. Seasons turn without a knock upon the door. They leave their muddy boots right on the kitchen floor. I let the screen door slam against the quiet wall, because the afternoon has nowhere left to call. with a stamp from the other side. Seasons turn like a rusty old gate. Nobody asks if you learned how to wait. Autumn leaves pile up against the glass. Time moves slow when you watch the minutes pass. Little boy running down the gravel lane never knew the cost of falling rain. I found that old coat with the buttons of bone in the cedar chest under the eaves. You were so certain you had to walk home through a storm of October leaves. Winters bite with a tooth made of ice. Nobody warns you to think twice. Autumn leaves pile up against the glass. Time moves slow when you watch the minutes pass. Little boy running down the gravel lane never knew the cost of falling rain. Put down the ledger, the worrying mind. Leave all the phantom regrets far behind. The porch light is blinking, the evening is cool. We finally learned what they taught in the school. The chair holds the shape of the years that we knew, and I am forgiven, and so are you. The color of the light is turning amber on the brick. You dropped a heavy woolen scarf, I handed it back quick. We never met before this chilly afternoon in fall, and now we're watching falling leaves against the garden wall. You said the maples always shed too early in this town. I told you winter brings a quiet kind of silver gown. We both remember how the frost used to bite the pain before children packed their bags and caught the evening train. You're holding half a bag of roasted chestnuts in your palm. The trolley tracks are gleaming through the valley calm. I used to walk this very path with copper in my shoe, and wonder if the autumn winds would carry something new. You said the maples always shed too early in this town. I told you winter brings a quiet kind of silver gown. We both remember how the frost used to bite the pane before our children packed their bags and caught the evening train. Time has a heavy way of slowing down our pace, two strangers finding warmth inside a familiar place. The amber light is fading fast behind the cedar trees. I hope we share this wooden bench again if autumn freezes. You told me the plums were turning purple on the vine before the evening paper hit the iron screen. I noticed how the stray cat finally found the shade, and how the rust is eating through the garden gate. Small things add up when the year begins to turn. A dry leaf scratching on the kitchen floor. Sparrow feathers gather near the water spout. Old man Miller cleared his winter turnips out. Shadows stretch across the laundry on the line. Nothing gold can stay past supper time. I watched the bakery truck deliver loaves at 3. The driver waved his hand and left without a word. A chestnut dropped and cracked upon the asphalt street, and children ran to catch the number 12 tram car. Seasons change without a bell to ring the hour, just a shift of wind and smoke from chimney towers. Sparrow feathers gather near the water spout. Old man Miller cleared his winter turnips out. Shadows stretch across the laundry on the line. Nothing gold can stay past supper time. You were right about the plums upon the southern wall. We have only weeks before the heavy snows will fall. I will bolt the back door tight and save a piece of bread, listening to everything the quiet evening said. smells of pine and rain. I touched the hem and 50 years rolled backward down the lane. My fingers found the frayed blue threads where wind used to blow free. And suddenly the autumn air brought back your voice to me. Leaves fell like copper coins upon the gravel drive, and every step on crunchy paths made everything alive. We walked along the ridge until the valley turned to gray. Your leather boots were muddy from the shortcut by the bay. We shared a single mitten while the frost began to bite. Before the world grew quiet in the middle of the night. The weather vane upon the barn kept turning to the south. I laughed so hard the frozen air turned white against my mouth. You handed me a thermos filled with tea that tasted strong. We sat upon a fallen birch and hummed a country song. We walked along the ridge until the valley turned to gray. Your leather boots were muddy from the shortcut by the bay. We shared a single mitten while the frost began to bite. Before the world grew quiet in the middle of the night. Seasons change and cupboards clear, the calendar grows thin, yet heavy wool on chilly days brings all those summers in. I fold the collar neatly and I put the coat away until the wind blows cold enough to bring back yesterday. Sitting on the porch when the autumn begins to fall, drinking tea from porcelain cups that we haven't even bought yet, watching maple leaves turn gold like a warm and familiar regret. Some distant Tuesday we will count the passing cars blanket stitched with silver stars. I will hold your fragile hand and kiss your silver hair, knowing every single season brought us right here. 30 summers down the road we will laugh at our younger pace, tracing lines of gentle time carved upon each other's face. In the garden by the gate where the roses used to climb, we will watch the butterflies dancing slowly out of time. Some distant Tuesday we will count the passing cars blanket stitched with silver stars. I will hold your fragile hand and kiss your silver hair, knowing every single season brought us right here. All the years we haven't seen yet wait like letters in a pecan nut sits by the tin tea caddy, gathered back when the orchard ground was frozen solid. I turned it twice in my palm while the kettle whistled, thinking about how the trees don't rush their growing. Time slips through fingers like dry clover seed, leaving a quiet room and dust in the beam. Frost paints the window pane with fern and feather, while winter brings the old folks close together. I pour another cup of chicory blend and wonder where the autumn took my friend. A heavy coat hangs on the peg by the doorway, stitched by a hand that stopped its sewing in May. I touch the sleeve and feel the chill in the lining, remembering bonfires and the silver clouds shining. Seasons turn slowly when the house is this still, just shadows moving down the wooden hill. Frost paints the window pane with fern and feather, while winter brings the old folks close together. I pour another cup of chicory blend and wonder where the autumn took my friend. The cedar log burns down to glowing ember. There is so much of yesterday to remember. Before the grass turns green beneath the steeple, I will walk out to greet the village people. The kettle settles on the iron stove at last, and I sit quietly inside the quiet past. A distant snowplow scrapes the avenue. We sat right here in 1982. The coffee in your cup has gone quite cold. We never planned on getting quite this old. The chimney smoke is climbing straight and gray, just like it did that bitter winter day. You always wore that faded woolen scarf, and I would always listen for your laugh. Frost creeps across the window pane today, while all the neighborhood has gone away. We watch the sparrows fighting for a crumb before frozen ground. So pass me that old blanket from the chair, and let us watch the winter settle there. The fire in the hearth is burning low. Together in the fading amber glow. The smell of wood smoke drifts across the lawn before the baker turns his oven on. An older neighbor sweeps his concrete stair in flannel sleeves against the autumn air. He pauses twice to watch the maple leaves detach themselves from amber tinted eaves. A copper kettle whistles on his stove inside the smallest cottage in the grove. He buttons up his heavy winter coat with woolen wool wound tight around his throat. The sparrow flocks begin their southward flight, while chimney smoke ascends in columns white. The postman leaves a parcel by the gate and waves his hand because the morning's late. A stray black cat steps softly on the wall to test the quiet Christmas of the fall. Decades have passed upon this quiet lane, through summer drought and freezing winter rain. He knows the exact day the frost will bite, without consulting letters in the light. The copper whistle slowly fades away as twilight borrows colors from the day. He shuts the wooden door against the chill and leaves the evening resting on the hill.